Now the BBC News headlines with George Alagaya and Donna Traynor.
Good afternoon. The Chancellor George Osborne has announced details of a deal between the government and banks. The banks will have to lend £190 billion this year and publish the salaries of their top earners. Labour said the deal offered precious little and represented an embarrassing climb down. Police have arrested a 26-year-old man on suspicion of the murder of Nikitta Grender. The body of the heavily pregnant 19-year-old was found in her flat in Newport after a fire. The police officer who was shot and blinded by Raoul Moat last year has told a court he pretended to be dead. PC David Rathband was giving evidence at the trial of two men accused of helping Moat. An inquest has begun into the death in Afghanistan of Staff Sergeant Olaf Schmidt, an elite bomb disposal officer. In evidence, colleagues said he'd appeared under pressure and rushed on the day he died in a bomb blast. Prosecutors in Italy have called for the Prime Minister, Silvio Berlusconi, to be put on immediate trial. It's alleged he paid for sex with an underage prostitute and used his influence to cover it up. He denies any wrongdoing. The new boss of mobile phone company Nokia says the company is at crisis point. In a memo to staff, Stephen Elop said the firm had been caught off guard by the success of Google's Android operating system and Apple's iPhone. The weather: outbreaks of rain in the north, drier and brighter in the southeast. And I'll be back with the BBC's news at 6. Now we join our news teams where you are.
Good afternoon. A court in Coleraine has heard that Colin Howell, the former dentist convicted of the double murder of his wife and his former lover's husband, dropped an electrical cable into his wife's bath months before poisoning her with carbon monoxide fumes. The revelation was made by a friend of Howell's wife at the trial of Hazel Stewart, his former lover, who's also accused of double murder. The 47-year-old from Ballystrone Road in Coleraine denies murdering Trevor Buchanan and Leslie Howell in Castle Rock in 1991. Colin Howell is serving a 21-year sentence for the crimes. The Finance Minister says there will be some flexibility where individual Stormont departments can save or generate extra money during the lifetime of the Executive's draft budget. It aims to save £4 billion over the next 4 years. Sammy Wilson, who has been appearing before his Assembly Committee, described the budget as a living document. A former soldier deafened by a bomb in Afghanistan has appeared in court, charged with rape and false imprisonment. Gerald Werner, who's 23 and from Forth River Park in Belfast, is also accused of inflicting grievous bodily harm, sexual assault and making threats to kill. He denies the charges. A County Armagh businessman has agreed to be disqualified from running a company for 13 years, a term only imposed in the most serious cases of unfit conduct and just 2 years short of the maximum. Craig Eric Bennett from Gosford Castle in Market Hill was the director of Dreamore Developments. It was involved in running 5 Mace supermarkets and in property developments. Now time for the weather forecast with Cecilia Daly.
Hello there. It is milder today, but it's also pretty damp. You'll need the umbrella. The rain will be on and off through the rest of the afternoon. Temperatures of around 9 or 10 degrees and not much of a breeze blowing either. Some heavier rain for a time this evening during the rush hour, clearing away through the night, leaving clearer skies. So temperatures tonight falling close to freezing. Some pockets of frost and ice around. Also some fog during the morning rush hour. Otherwise a dry day, some sunshine eventually, but it is cooler. The rain's back